of fangirls, it's Sean from Fanboy Force, back with another weekly haul video. Try to breeze through these comics, see what the good folks at Iguana Comics in Grants Pass, Oregon had for me this week. We'll start with some DC. Part 2 of the Trinity War came out with Justice League of America number 6. It's interesting, I don't have Justice League number 22, but the covers of Justice League 22 and Justice League of America number 6, if you stick them next to each other, they make one giant cover, basically. And I think that the next installment will also be something you can add on to the other end and make a giant poster out of, which is pretty cool. There's a lot of hype behind it, this next book, but I haven't read it yet, so I can't vouch for it. And I'm also not really a fan of the 1966 Batman TV show, but they are continuing the storyline with Batman 66 number 1. I picked it up because I love Mike Allred's artwork, and he did the cover for it. But I am curious to see what they're going to do with this particular comic. Next up is Wonder Woman number 22, which I just started reading Wonder Woman. It's been the first time in my entire comics reading history that I've picked up her solo book and wanted to follow Wonder Woman's adventures. So the writing has impressed me, the art's impressed me, and I like the character from Justice League, so I figured, why not give her solo book a try and check it out? So this is my second issue of this series. I do plan on picking up the trades and catching up, so I actually know what the hell is going on. Strong Female Superheroes new book came out this week, Supergirl number 22, which this story's been getting increasingly more interesting to me, so keep adding to my DC stable of titles I'm picking up every month, which is bad for my checkbook, but good for my comics collection. Birds of Prey number 22 came out this week as well, which has been a so-so book. This one kind of ties into the events of the last 3 or 4 issues of Batgirl a little bit. Batgirl disappears, and it explains, see what happened in Batgirl number 18 through 20 or whatever. We still got some more Talon action happening in this book, and it ties into the Court of Owls storyline. So if you read those Batman issues where the Court of Owls was introduced and involved, then this is kind of a follow-up story featuring them as the villains. On to some Marvel stuff. The big bad title for me this week was the 4th issue of Thanos Rising, which this book has impressed me as the origin story of Thanos is unfolded, and it is awesome. It's not for the weak of heart. There's a lot of murder and betrayal and other weird stuff going on in it, but it is a killer read and very fun. And if you can still snag the first 3 issues at your local comic book retailer and catch up, this is a great read and a great prelude to the Infinity crossover that's happening with Marvel this August. Otherwise, wait for the trade, but it is worth reading, and if you're a fan of this character, you owe it to yourself to check it out, because this is it. This is the origin of Thanos, which we've all been waiting for years. Next up from Marvel is Deadpool number 13, which was a really fun issue to read. This one's kind of a flashback issue that happens in the late 70s when Deadpool tries to join Power Man and Iron Fist's Heroes for Hire company. It's an imaginary issue that they say, oh, it was shelved, back in 1977, and it hasn't seen the light of day till now. We all know Deadpool was around 77, but this assumes that he was, and it is hilarious. It's a great read. Fantastic Four, number 10. And its sister book, FF number 9, both of which came out on the same day. So if you've been following these books, they're both out now. You should run down to your comic shop and score them. The last Marvel book on my list for this haul video is Ultimate Comics all-new Spider-Man number, 25? Yeah, 25. This pretty much concludes the Spider-Man No More storyline, where after a fight with Venom, the Ultimate Venom, Miles lost his mother and his father was hospitalized, and he decided he's going to quit. He's not going to be Spider-Man anymore. He's going to give it up. And through a few different characters explained to him that someone needs to be Spider-Man, and since he has the powers and the suit, it might as well be him. He finally gets over himself and puts on the suit at the end of the book, goes spinning a web of the Ultimate Spider-Woman, and he's back. So this is a good read, and I've been impressed with this series since the first issue, and it was a little different, a little awkward to have a different Spider-Man, to have Peter Parker gone and have a different dude taking over the webs, but it's really impressed me. The writing is realistic, and it reminds me of some of the best Spider-Man stories from my youth. So I recommend, if you like Spider-Man but you are looking for something a little different, catch up on this book and check it out, because it's definitely fun, and there's a lot of shocking moments that your mouth hangs open and you just go, oh my god, I can't believe they did that. The last book is IDW's The X-Files Season 10, Number 2. Also came out this week. This is not a reboot of The X-Files. It just picks up where Season 9 left off and continues the story. The first issue was well written, and this issue is as well, and everything you expect from The X-Files is in this book. It's a fun read. My only complaint is that I feel the art is a little simplistic and not quite up to par of what I expect from an atmospheric, spooky, alien-related horror sci-fi comic. But I do like the story enough to keep reading it, and I'm enough of an X-Files fan that I will, you put X-Files logo on something, I will kind of hope that the art quality improves a little bit. I feel that it brings the storytelling down just a touch. But my only complaint in an otherwise solid book. This week, DC put out their Summer-Fall Portfolio 2013-2014, which is basically a sneak peek at all the statues and premium format figures coming out in the next year. And we've got the Arkham Origins statues and figures, and it goes into some of the Icon statues. The new Justice League chess set, which I don't know how much it's going to retail for. There's no prices listed in here, but I want one really, really bad. Let's see what else we got in here. The new Batman black and white statues, which if you follow a bunch of the toy companies and toy merchandisers on the interwebs, you've already seen the ads for these. These have already gone up for sale, a lot of them, but pretty awesome. I wish I had infinite income because I'd buy all this stuff. I've got the Supervillains action figures coming out. My favorite being the Joker from Death of a Family right there, but they got Black Adam coming out. They got Deathstroke coming out. The 2-packs are being released. Batman and the Joker. All these are slight variants from the single figure versions. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. There's a series of Arrow action figures. So if your comic shop has this available as a freebie, I would go ahead and snag a copy just so you can see what you're not going to be able to afford in the next year, because these are very cool. In September, they're releasing this statue based on the cover of Justice League number 12, which is Superman, Wonder Woman, the Kiss statue. I would love to have one of those. Lots of good stuff coming out from DC Collectibles. I'm pretty excited. Their quality of their sculpts and their manufacturing has really stepped up in the last 5 years or so, and I've been really impressed with their products, and I would be hard-pressed to say they aren't worth every penny they're charging for it. That's about it for this week's Comics Roundup, and I will post links below to our Instagram page, Twitter, and Facebook, so you can check us out on those platforms, and be sure to go to fanboyforce.com to check out our blog. Back next week with another haul video and give you guys a sneak peek into what goodies we pick up next week. Till then, fanboys, fangirls, Excelsior!